Hello everyone, welcome to this week's Investment Trends where we discuss the latest news in the stock market and the economy. So for this week, one of the big news items was we had the CPI inflation index reporting, and it came in hot. It came in a little bit higher than expected. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on to judge what the Federal Reserve may do. Friday, we saw the big banks start to report earnings. And the most notable of the banks, because it's the largest bank, seems to be the most powerful bank, and also Jamie Dimon is pretty much the biggest voice in the banking and financial services industry. JP Morgan Chase, once again, tops revenue expectations and profit expectations. One of the reasons for this was the net interest income that they received due to the higher interest rates. So during the call, Jamie Dimon, who is historically, he's pretty pessimistic about his future outlooks for the market, answered questions from investment analysts. One of the things that he did say is that JP Morgan will continue to have a lot of cash on hand, and they're always prepared for a potential down market. He seemed to be annoyed a little bit with the net interest income number because this is something that he cannot really predict, and it's something that they actually lowered guidance for heading into next year. So once again, though, JP Morgan with a great earnings report, that stock saw a great rise on Friday. It was up around 4 or 5% on the trading day. So as far as the stock market for this week, we are actually set as of Friday morning for a fifth straight winning week if the major indexes stay where they're currently at right now, and we have another positive day for the market this week. Also, in other news, the big reveal from Tesla as far as their Robo taxi, their Robo cab. They also mentioned a Robo bus, an RV. Elon Musk, I encourage you to check out some of the things that he was presenting if you want a glimpse into what the future might look like. Another thing that he also rolled out, which is it's years away, but an autonomous robot. So a robot that you could purchase for around $30,000 and you could have around the house. They could cook for you. They could potentially put your groceries away, cut the grass, be a companion for you. And a lot of these videos, and even during the presentation, they had these robots walk out. So for Tesla fans out there, or for somebody that might want a glimpse into the future, make sure you check out some of the clips from the Tesla Robo taxi reveal, and also let me know your thoughts on the humanoid robot that they had. They had several of them walk out onto the stage. A little bit freaky, a little bit creepy, kind of Terminator-esque, but however, what does that mean for the stock today? Unfortunately, investors were not overly impressed with some of the news that Elon released, where Tesla stock was down around 6 or 7% on Friday. The other big banks also benefited. So Wells Fargo saw their stock increase on Friday, and they had a positive earnings report that topped expectations. So once again, financials continue to be one of the leading sectors in the market for this year. A lot of these banks are looking strong balance sheets, strong interest earnings. So it's something to keep an eye on. Are some of these banks and these values starting to get a little bit too high, and it might be time to trim back some of your financial stock exposure. Also, one of the other items that got resolved last week was the port strikes. So those led to higher wages. So what could this mean for imports? Would that mean that the cost of these imports could go up? Something to keep an eye on is a trickling effect, and also that might do to that inflation number, and that all revolves around what the Fed's decision would then be in November on if they want to cut interest rates again. So that's the news. That's what we're watching this week in the market. If you have any comments, make sure you leave those below.